We're here together this evening as the sun sets and the shadows begin to fall. We're here to process together our sadness over the results of yesterday's election. And we're feeling so many emotions today: sadness and anger, disappointment, bewilderment, choking. Many of us lost sleep in recent days due to all the stress of following the relentless election coverage. And we have been assaulted by hate speech and ugly language. And for many of us, we're unable to feel safe today. And so before we can find the energy and the resolve to once again take up the work of healing and justice for our broken country, we need to take some time to breathe and to rest. And so we come together here in this place that we call a sanctuary to share our emotions and to hold on to one another. There are things that happen to us in this human life that are too big for us to cope with on our own. And so we come together. And then together we can carry the burden that is too heavy for any one of us to carry by ourselves. And so the words that you'll hear tonight are chosen to send a message. First, that you're not alone, and also that others have struggled with fear and grief before us. And so may we find comfort in each other's company and in the words and the music that we'll share this evening. Pat, would you like to read our chalice signing and I'll do the later?
The chalice lighting is written by Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
Our opening words are by the poet Wendell Berry, I'm sure familiar to many of you, the piece of Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go down and lie where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water. And I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. One of the things that we do to heal as a community is to sing together. We don't have a musician here tonight, but we've got a couple of choir members, I see, and people who I think will know this song. It's in the turquoise hymnal, if you want to grab a copy, and it's number 1002. 10002. Comfort me. If anybody feels comfortable knowing it, would you like to come up and help me out with it, especially since I'm struggling a little bit here? So, okay, I'm going to get it. Good idea. All right. excerpt from the poem Holding Vigil by Alison Luberman. She writes, "My cousin asks if I can describe this moment, the heaviness of it, like sitting outside the operating room while someone you love is in surgery and you're on those awful plastic chairs eating flaming Doritos from the vending machine. Waiting for the moment when the doctor will come out in her scrubs and face mask, which she'll pull down to tell you whether your beloved will live or not. That's how it feels as the hours tick by and everyone I care about is texting me with the same cold lump of dread in their throat, asking if I'm okay, telling me how scared they are. I suppose in that way this is a moment of unity, the fact that we are all waiting in the same hospital corridor for the same patient who is on life support, and we're asking each other, will he wake up? Will she be herself? And we're taking turns holding vigil as families do and bringing each other coffee from the cafeteria. And I tell my cousin, I don't think I can describe this moment heavier than plutonium. But on the other hand, in the grand scheme of things, because empires are always rising and falling and whole civilizations die, this happens all the time. It's just a shock when it happens to your civilization, your country, when it's someone from your family on the respirator. But right now I'm talking about the babies, and not just the human ones, but also the turtles and owls and white tigers, the redwoods, the ozone layer, the icebergs, for the love of God. Every single blessed being on the face of this earth is holding its breath in this moment. And if you're asking, can I describe that, cousin? Then I've got to say, no. No one could describe that. We all just have to live through it, holding each other's hands. So at this time, I thought I would invite anybody who wishes to come up and to light a candle of sorrow or concern, whatever you wish to express. And you're welcome to say a few words out loud or to simply light it in silence. But before we begin, I want you to look at the light from the one candle that is lighted here. And as we come forward and add our own light, we watch how the light grows, one candle at a time, one person at a time. And together, we can create light, more light, to bring out into the world. And then when we are done, we will sit in silence and meditation for a few minutes. So as you feel ready, please come forward.
For everyone, but also for women and girls, for children, and for people seeking asylum in the way of God is a safe place to be.
Let my shirt. Oh my God.
Can you turn on?
environment, peace.
Just want to address the speed of the zeitgeist that we are living in. We should correlate, I hope, to the need for us to be together, to support each other in every way we can, going forward. The importance of this takes a new precedence. I came looking for relief from the anger and fear. And it's nice to see everybody and to have somebody place to sit without just to be alone.
As I always do, I add one more candle for all the thoughts and hopes and prayers and fears that are going unsaid in this moment. I'm going to play a song for you called Sending You Light by a musician named Melanie DeMore, who often participates in UU spaces. together in a time of prayer. We ask for so much in this moment. We ask for understanding of our beloved country's choice in the election, a choice seemingly based on fear and hatred, a choice that feels so counter to our values and all we hold dear. We ask to remember to look for the small kindnesses we see in our everyday lives, to notice beauty and kindness, to hear kind words being offered. We ask for the courage to carry on in spite of grief and disappointment, to find new ways to help bend the arc of the universe toward justice. And we ask for the faith we need to trust that we will once again live in a country that lives up to our founding words of liberty and justice for all. We ask in this moment for wisdom, for generosity of spirit, and especially to feel the love at the center of our faith, embracing us in this moment. May it carry us forward and help us to face the challenges before us in the days ahead. In your name, which we know as love. Amen. Let's sing again. Let's sing Spirit of Life, which is number 123 in your grave note. Good on pitch. What's that? Like D? We have a request for D. Okay. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
This reading is by Steve Garnish Holmes in Unfolding Life.
Wow. Oh,
Take seriously your grief. It is love stripped bare. Let it flow through you. Trust that you are held. We are all held by the beloved, the broken-hearted one, the one who suffers most deeply. No, you are not alone. Millions bear your sorrows. Ancestors and even unborn generations walk with you gratefully. Seek others who are tender-hearted. Receive all the grace you can. There is much you cannot change, but bring healing where you can. We are not promised to be given light, but to shine with light. Don't become an enemy of the world and its brokenness. Stay tender. Become a source of comfort and joy for others. Let this purpose bear you through the darkness, and you yourself will become light. Take courage, trust grace, stay connected, practice love.
Our service is ending, but I want to invite anyone who wishes to stay for a conversation and to just be together as long as you wish, or to sit in silence and let the distinct silence of this place settle over you. Our closing words this evening are by the Reverend Wayne Arneson. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and mistakes